the God within. God is within you as your true identity. Awaken to who you truly are in your divine memory. Remember who you are before you forgot. Okay? Because you still are who you always were. Awaken, the God within. Book link is in the description. The book link is in the description. The book is available on Amazon. Click the link and get you one. Remind yourself who you truly are so that you can operate your free will as if you are God. Because what better way to operate free will than as God himself? If you could see through the eyes of God and look at it the way God would look at it, I think that you'd find that to be a better perspective to make your first person point of view. All right, Ready Player One, first person shooter. What point of view would you like? All right, me, I'ma always go for the most high because I would like that sky view so I can look over everything and have that overview. You feel me? So, you know, some of y'all prefer to be in a tree level and you can't see the forest for the trees, and you know what I mean? You gotta look up to see the seasons. You feel me? Like, so, hey, me, I am seed son, the seed's son, the son. I am the son of God, the son, the only one. You feel me? But that's neither here nor there for those who don't know. You feel me? What up, though? Laughing Black Baboon, man. Salute, man. Welcome to the building. What up, though, Mr. Mob Type? You know we in the building. Feel me? What up, though, KC? The one, yes, sir. We on point. You feel me? The center point, center of the universe, the uni voice of God. You feel me? The one sound said, let there be, and here we all are presently. You feel me? Shout out to all the present me's presently in attendance with the KO gods, the co-creators, the KO community, the community of co-creating gods that are co-creating heaven in our lived reality. All right, so man, shout out to the KO gods, the co-creators, co-creating heaven on earth by tapping into the heaven frequency, the God mind, the Christ mind, the Philippians chapter 2 verse 5. You feel me? So man, I forgot what I named this video. Hey y'all, what's the name of this? What I put on the title of this video? Otherwise, I'm finna get off a tangent. I ain't gonna have no tangent. I don't even know what the tangent is. I ain't gonna lie. I'll let it go. You feel me? I'll let it go. You already know. I'm off the top of the dome. Yeah, man. All is God with me, man. I hope all is God with you as well in your perspective of reality. I hope all you see is God. You feel me? Like, so yeah, God is all that exists to me. So I'm gonna keep it God in my reality. You feel me? 100%, 360-degree vision. You know what I'm saying? Like, 100%. Big GhOD. I don't hear no, see no, speak no evil. You feel me? Like, yeah. Somebody says, dang, you been beefing up. I don't know nothing about that. You feel me? Like, I'm just alive day for day, walking with God, putting in the work. You feel me? According to the way that God's spirit moved me, I try to be respectful to the energy and, you know, I only got to sing 24 hours in a day every day. You know how they go. You know what I'm saying? Somebody says, I'm the best because God sent me according to his plan. I appreciate you, Mr. Mob Type. I bet. So automatically, because we know we are God sent, we got divine birthright access to heaven, the kingdom on earth as it is in heaven, the kingdom. You feel me? Thy name, hallowed be thy name, holocaust to be the hollow boss. You feel me? So definitely, we were all sent to be the best versions of our unique expression of God's existence in law. So automatically you should be holding that key in the front of your awareness, right? You should be vibrating at the respect level that you are the king, you are the ruler, you are the overseer, you are the one who is responsible, who has a duty to the way you create your consequences. So the reason why I am the best is because I create the consequences that put me in that category. Because I'm the one that uses the free will that is necessary to determine my lived reality. So if I want to be something, all I gotta do is plant the seeds necessary to be that, and tend to my garden, put that gardening work in, because I'm going to reap what I sow. You understand me? So faith is what we use to maintain our conscious relationship with due process of God's law. Because we know that we're going to reap what we sow. We know that our decisions going to become consequences. So we have faith that all of our learning experiences are working to our benefit. We embrace the learning curve. So we exist in gratitude. And because we are grateful, we keep ourselves open to the opportunities that exist only for the expression of our gifts. You know what I'm saying? The gifts that God gave us. So without you having that gratitude as a frequency, as a vibration, a lot of times you don't peep those opportunities. You don't see the miracles that are always around you. But miracles are not one and done. Miracles are not sometime. Miracles are eternal. Miracles are always going, and you can always tap into some miracles, man. It's just like God is always present. You can always tap into God, your higher self, your higher frequencies, your higher mind, your mind above the spine. You feel me? So definitely have the birthright to be the best and to use that designation to glorify the Father through your testament and your testimony. Like, the reason why I am the best is because, you know, I went through the pain threshold. I went through the trials and the tribulations. I mean, I ain't saying I went through. I'm saying I go through still. You feel me? Like, so I'm constantly paying the dues. Like, I stay in the fire. I stay in the furnace. You know what I'm saying? I stay in the pressure necessary to continue to adapt, because I want to stay in a constant state of stem cell regeneration, right? Of ketosis. I want to stay in a maintained, in a healthy state of autophagy. You see what I'm saying? Like, so it's not like I wanna be healthy for a little while. You feel me? Like, I wanna be healthy forever. What you mean? So somebody said a constant state of goofy. The only thing goofy is trying to go and start toxic conversations. Why are you developing the habit of engaging in toxic conversations? That's the habit that you're going to keep with you everywhere you go. Like, I don't have to engage you in a toxic conversation, but you practicing is going to be the thing that you get good at doing. You're going to get good at being in toxic relationships and not good in healthy long-term relationships. You're for the streets. You feel me? For the streets. That mean your mama was for the streets, because that's where you get them habits from, because apparently you wasn't raised in a healthy household. You was raised in a broken household. My boy said, box somebody. Yeah, before you worry about me, you need to worry about you, because right now your vibrations are not compatible with heaven, which is controlled manifestation of your dreams, of the things that you would like to experience in your reality. Like, you fighting yourself guarantees that you are the loser. Oh, thank you for making me aware of that, my son. I love you. Facts. Shout out to Mr. Mob Type with that John 7:29. Said, I know him, for I come from him, and he sent me. That's facts. God sent me, so you know he sent me with the power to be the best. So I gotta be the best so I can glorify my Father, because it ain't no game. You feel me? The powers that God gave me are real, and I need to let my others know that they using them same powers. Like, you using the universal laws, the same laws I'm using, same laws that Jesus had to use, same laws we all using. You feel me? So yeah, let's live powerful. Let's live in the powerful version of ourselves instead of that victimhood that we use to destroy each other. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get that victimhood mentality, that poverty mentality. That shit is childhood. It's childish to think that you were born into poverty. You was born into wealth and riches. You was born into free will control of reality. Little do you know. You feel me? You were born into vast wealth, vast riches, vast health. Like, you have the free will ability to control the matrix and make it produce your wealth, make it produce your health, make it produce the type of life that you would appreciate. But you got to have faith and put faith into, you know, creating the image so that the image can be reflected in your reality. But you got to hold the image. You got to be brave enough. You got to be faithful enough to You gotta be brave enough, daring enough to dream and to hold the image faithfully, knowing that reality is yours to control, because it has to give you your consequences. No matter what your consequences are, the reality is that reality has to bend to the decisions that you make. That makes you the most powerful person in your reality. Not your parents, not your children, not your spouse, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, not your boss, not your president, not your government, not your background, your lineage, not your generational ancestry, not your ancestors, not your money, not your bank account. Like, none of these weirdo things, bro. Your free will is what makes you the most powerful source in the cosmos. You get to make reality give you consequences to decisions you create. That's power. You gotta react. You gotta respect the power that you are, respect the power you have, and just know that with great power comes great responsibility. Apparently, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Spider-Man, you feel me? Like, but facts though, so yeah. It's nobody to blame. Ain't no reason to try to blame nobody. It's nothing but results to go get. So get out there, put that work in, have faith in the fact that you're gonna reap what you sow for sure. That God's law is irrevocable and eternal. So all you have to do is learn how to use it for yourself, your individual expression of intelligence, and walk that walk. It's facts. What up though? Stringer Bell, man, it's love. What up though? Cannibal Mandible, it's love. What up though, Rebel? What up though? Hey, Yami, Clarence Washington, Eric B. Man, shout out to the chat, man. It's love. Shout out to the KO gods, the co-creators, co-creating our own version of heaven on earth with the free will that God gave us to control reality through the decisions that we make, as we respect our ability to make the type of decisions that make reality change the world. You feel me? And that's respect. Respectfully, we gonna practice being God every day in a row, and that's what God sent us here for. You feel me? We got every single day in a row for the rest of our life to practice using free will right to create access to the miracles that God is. You feel me? Like, we just gonna keep practicing and becoming more mature in our ability to understand who we truly are in essence, you know what I'm saying, in spirit. So we gonna express ourselves beyond human comprehension, express ourselves beyond the five physical sense perception, the five physical sense range of consideration. We gonna go up to the extrasensory perception. You feel me? Like, we gonna go to where intuition come from, to where common sense come from, to where ultra instinct come from. We going to the source with our consciousness, somewhere the body can't go. The body can't travel to the source, but the consciousness can. So this that astral travel. All right, we traveling in mind, but they don't have the mental powers. They don't have the psychic powers. We got psychic powers. We have mental power. Our mind frame is developed enough to handle these concepts. We understand that time is not real. Time is a concept. That's something that we can deal with. That's something we can have a conversation about. These lost souls, that's trolls, they don't have the spiritual fortitude necessary to deal with these realities. It's too far out for them. You feel me? Like, they start spacing out. You dig me? Like, they start spacing out. That's what I'm saying. They not aliens like we aliens. That's why we alienated. We walk one deep as the King Solomon, the Solomon, the Solo Dolo, alienated because, we the ones. So shout out to Elion. You feel me? Shout out to L, Cal L. Y'all know what the L's is, what the L do. Facts. L, electricity. You know what I'm saying? It's that internal light. The thought becomes the light that is the electricity on the central nervous system. So shout out to the central nervous system. The internal Christmas tree, the Christmas tree. Light up those, the little lights on the Christmas tree. That's your central nervous system in your body. You know what I'm saying? That's that Zeus. That's that lightning bolt, sending that light down from heaven to the earth. You feel me? From the clouds to, the actions, and the actions become the behaviors through the power of momentum, the law of momentum, respect the laws. Y'all know what it is. So that's why we using the law right now to reap what we sow. We want good habits. So that's why we practice being God every day in a row. Yeah, so we're going to keep on putting that work in. Somebody says, why you got turds on your head? Because that's what God ordained for my image, all right? I'm the image of God. So, God is within you. You can take it up with God directly by going within yourself. That's a fact. You understand me? So, yeah. All glory be to God. That's the answer to all questions. My answer to every question that you have is God, naturally. You understand me? Like, God's plan is immaculate. God's plan is perfect, and God working his plan through me. Glory be to God. So, yeah, it's love. It ain't nothing but love, man. I have full faith in God. Whatever God got going in my life is for my greater good. This just a season. This too shall pass. This just another cycle. You feel me? So I'm not going to get caught up in the cycle. I'm not going to become emotionally attached to things happening in this cycle, because I know that this too shall pass. Like, life goes on. You feel me? Like, I'm going to keep adapting. I'm going to keep evolving. You feel me? That's why in the reflection, love backwards is evolve. Because when you love requires evolution. You have to adapt. That's why you don't understand how to create a healthy long-term relationship, because you don't know how to adapt beyond your carnal fantasies and your carnal expectations when those relationships don't go the way that you thought they would go with your human standards. Because it's a spiritual, God got a bigger plan. Like, you got to learn how to surrender to God, let go, and let God continue to work his plan through your life, as you realize that you don't have the better plan when you trying to make a plan from your carnal mind. Your carnal mind is the mind that's in the forest that can't see the trees. You feel me? Like, you got to give it to your higher mind, because your higher mind is the mind on top of the mountain that can see above the trees. So give your mind to God, your higher mind, the mind on top of your spine, instead of the mind that's lower down. The mind that's beneath your spine, that's the mind in your pants. And you already know, if you create your relationships with the mind in your pants, they're going to be temporary pleasure-based relationships. And all pleasure-based relationships are temporary relationships, because pleasure is temporary. It's temporal. So lead us not to temptation, because that's not going to create long-term, healthy, uplifting, you know what I'm saying, divine aligned relationships. You're going to have these relationships that's only going to tear you down and keep you from, living in your truth, living in your purpose, living in your gifts, living in your talents, living in your passion. That's the type of relationships you want to create for yourself in your life. The type of relationships that are a part of your gifts that God sent you with. That's a part of the passion that God sent you with. So you want to make relationships that are cohesive with, your frequency, executing your gifts, your dreams. Because if you just trying to create relationships because you want to be sexually active, then you're going to create a traumatic relationship for yourself, because that is a bad way to attach yourself to another soul. If you're trying to attach yourself to souls through the human body, through the human form, they're going to tear y'all soul up. Y'all going to create a relationship that y'all don't appreciate. Facts. Somebody said, this is what happens when you let God into your life instead of school and objective science. What have you done or read to rewire your brain to think the way you do? If you want to know, you want me to tell you some good books to read, some good authors or something? I mean, I know some cool authors. If you looking for you some books, what rewired my brain was human pain. All right? And human pain was what made me let go of human relationships and human standards. Like, you feel me? Like, how many times can you get stabbed in the back? How many times can you get your heart broke before you realize that you rather walk with God than to walk with man, than to walk with flesh, than to walk with, you know what I'm saying, human standards? So it's like, it's at some point you figure out how to stop making the same mistakes. And if those mistakes are all from the carnal mind, then you just let go of the whole carnal perspective. So we just went spiritual. We just went God. We gave God our whole perspective. If we want to see through the eye of God, the one eye, let your eye be single and your body be full of light, enlightenment. Because we only want to see things the way that God sees them. You feel me? Somebody says the negative comments are coming from people who are looking at the numbers, not realizing that you are speaking these realities into the atmosphere. That's facts. That's the power of the tongue. And that's why we having this, because this is self-talk, affirmations. This is for the self. I speak highly of myself. I speak highly when I speak. So this is me practicing speaking highly into the atmosphere, into the universe, into the cosmos, rippling, and then having to receive the tides, the attraction. Like, my heart is electromagnetic. The brain is electromagnetic. A magnet is an attractive force. So I'm definitely speaking beyond. I'm speaking into the cosmos for sure. That's what's most important. So that's why you don't let people stop you from exercising your freedom of speech, your First Amendment, because it's very necessary for you to learn how to command your words. And the only way to learn is through trial and error. So they try to control what you dare to practice, but we dare to practice beyond human comprehension. So the humans, they can't appreciate what we're saying and what we're developing, what we're playing with conceptually. So they just come in trolling and hating because we are above their cognitive stage of development. You feel me? So, man, it's love, and we're gonna keep it that way. Somebody says, like, how did you gain the knowledge to think the way you do? You are very well spoken. Have you always been like that? Yeah, I pretty much was born being who I am. Yeah, I'm pretty much me. They try to silence me. They try to silence us all in different ways. That's what the carnal mind does. And those who are still, slaves to expressing a divine power through the carnal mind, those, try to keep you on the frequency that they are on. Misery loves company. I mean, everybody do, right? So people who are still in a carnal-minded perspective of reality try to, share that perspective with other souls. And if your soul's still vulnerable like an ugly duckling looking for which way to go, because, you was born into amnesia and ignorance in accordance with your true identity. So, they try to manufacture you an identity and, put you into these groups of in human labor camps and, human, it's crazy. But definitely... the thing that allowed me to embrace this level of self-expression with God confidence is pain. I've been through enough pain to where nobody can hurt me enough to make me afraid to do the thing that everybody else is afraid to do. So I tackled the thing that everybody else was afraid to tackle. Everybody afraid to say, I am God. That's taboo. So everybody gonna try to jump down your throat about that. But that's what Jesus did, though. So and they jumped down Jesus, as so the story goes. You feel me? So everybody was afraid to say, I am Jesus Christ, the Son of God. So so I said it. And respect to God for being a consciousness that is role playing all the characters in the Bible. So if God is role playing all the characters, I'm well within my right to experience playing the role. So if they can get us to play Romeo and Juliet on stage and art and school and things of that nature, then I could play Jesus Christ. So I am Jesus Christ, and then I understand the role, I understand the mind behind it. Like, I get into character. Once you get into character as Christ, you understand that it's not a game. It's serious. You respect it. So it's like give yourself that chance. But they won't encourage you to role play Christ. But if you was to role play Christ in your life, you will respect the role, to say the least. All right, it's not a joke. It's amazing. Be brave and go explore what they told you don't explore. Deal with the hurt, deal with the pain, deal with the trials, deal with the tribulations, man. Deal with the experience. For all its worth and all its glory, heaven is worth it. So it's love. Shout out to God Soul said, keep doing you, fam. That's love. Tino Sand said, do you read the Bible or do you believe in religion? The Bible reads itself to me, and I share what the Bible has shared to me with my others, So shout out to the Bible, shout out to the Word of God, shout out to God for, letting his spirit work through me, because I definitely don't deserve the glory, because I ain't even finna try to do it. You feel me? Like, that Bible crazy. You feel me? Like, hold on, y'all. But, yeah. Somebody says, do you believe in religion? I mean, religion is for the human mind until the human mind climbs the spine and becomes divine. All right, so until you find, your true identity as God in the flesh, you probably gonna go through one of the religious ways to develop your self-awareness. But yeah, I mean, religions are fictitious entities. All right. A religion is a legal fiction. It's legal, but it's a fiction. A fiction is a lie. It's not the truth. All right. So religions are fictitious entities. You feel me? So yeah. Somebody says, even the genius asks his questions. I mean, genius just means we are the genealogy of God. We're direct descendants of the God gene. All right. So God is the source of all intelligence. So even if you think you asking questions, you the answer to the questions you ask, right? So you just experiencing self That's all. It's love. Somebody said appreciate the game, man. God bless. Yeah, big blessings. Y'all subscribe. Put some love on the live. I appreciate y'all. And we outside, man. You feel me? Like we just gonna keep practicing being God every day in a row. Row your boat gently down the stream. You feel me? What up, though, Scovey? Facts, it's love in the building. Big G love, God's love, GLOVE. It's the glove for me, man. Gloves up, guns down. Let's punch a few rounds. You feel me? Y'all know what it is. I am KO God, the best street boxer alive. I am KO God. You feel me? I love gloves and I love God. So this is the GhODTherapy, like AA. This the GG meeting, God and gloves. You feel me? I am KO God. Co means with. I am with God. I am co-God means I am co-creator because God means creator. I am co-creator, co-creating my own reality in cooperation with God's eternal laws, learning to use my free will righteously every day in a row. All right, that's the only way that the story can go. So y'all, you know what I'm saying? The book link is in the description. The book is available on Amazon and they will send it to you straight to your house, straight to your doorstep. All right, click the link in the description. Get you a remembrance of your divine your divine identity. All right, God is the truth. God being the truth is your true identity because God cannot be a false identity. So any identity other than God is a false identity because God is the only true identity. Therefore, we recognize who we truly are and we give glory to God, the God that exists as all of us. That's facts. Somebody said, bro, I love you with the sheer power of God, with the love of God. I want to be that one eye. The eye that I am is the eye of God, the eye that God uses to see. So I see through the eye of God. You feel me? So I look at myself the way that God looks at me. All right. I love myself the way God loves me. And I suggest that, you know, you embrace that level of self-love as well. Love yourself the way that God loves you perfectly, as his own reflection, as his image, as his self in extension. You feel me? So when you see yourself the way that God sees you and allow God to unfold his perfect plan through your life as you grow in human form, through your human experiences, as you experience, but don't become overly emotionally attached to your experiences because you know you got to let them go. And that's most people have a problem trying to learn having to let go, but that's why we are warriors. That's why we are gladiators. That's why we are in World War III. That's why it is spiritual warfare. That's why you got to protect your thoughts. That's why you got to protect your heart. That's why you got to protect your energy from the energy vampires, from the parasites, from those people who don't have a high self-esteem, so they want to pull your self-esteem down. Those are energy vampires. Those are parasites, people who have these preventable illnesses and keep themselves in a bad mood, in a low mood, in a low vibratory frequency, straining their organs until their organs just break down and they die from these preventable illnesses, these preventable diseases. You feel me? Like, because they don't venting because they don't breathe deep enough. You feel me? So, you know, respect and shout out to everybody that understand these messages, man. Y'all subscribe. Put some love on the live. We outside reminding our others, our sisters and our brothers that we are powerful, that our free will is powerful enough to change our reality. Facts. Let me turn the light on and see what we got going on right quick. But facts though, man, it's all glory be to God, respect to God and God's law. God's law work a certain way. We all using the same law that God had to use. We all using the same law that your favorite, whoever you look up to, had to use. So, you know, the laws are universal through time and space. It's eternal. You breathe in the same air that Jesus had to breathe. You breathe in the same air that your favorite historical figure had to breathe. Like, it don't matter. The same sun was in the sky when Jesus was walking. It's the same sun in the sky right now. Everybody that you love, know, and have heard of all existed under the same sun, keep rising every single day in a row. It ain't got nowhere else to go. You feel me? So respect to you and the power that you hold. You hold the same power that Jesus had. Jesus said you will do greater things than these. All right, you still gonna have to carry your cross every day in a row. It do hurt. It is painful. Being a human is painful. All right, having human experiences is painful. But guess what? Heaven is worth it though. Nobody ain't gonna be like, oh yeah, it don't hurt. Yeah, it do hurt. But guess what? It's worth it though. I can tell you that. I can't tell you that it don't hurt. It hurt. Yeah, it do hurt. But guess what? That's why we warriors. We gladiators. I don't run from the fire. I don't run from the flame. I become the flame. I am the fire. I'm the hell raiser. I raise hell. I'm the Holocaust. I'm the rapture. You feel me? Like I'm the revelation. I'm a reveal to you the truth that your carnal mind veiled from you. Your carnal mind is the only thing separating you from your awareness that you are God in the flesh. You acting like you are the flesh. That's goofy though, because the flesh don't have its own life. The flesh don't have its own mind. The flesh don't have its own control of awareness or identity. So somebody says, when are you though? Well, I don't understand that question. I don't understand what boys' mind frames it other than the fact that boys are just troll and they lost control of their soul. That's why they at the bottom of the bridge, because they didn't pay the toll to cross over the road. That's fact. So y'all carry y'all cross and don't look back. All right, because we was born into amnesia. We was born into ignorance, but ignorance of the law is no excuse. So don't even try to hold on to that. You just got to continue to grow in your maturity. You have to continue to evolve, continue to adapt, continue to become king. All right, righteous as a ruler, and we're gonna continue to grow in our rulership. All right, as rulers, we're gonna build our empire with empirical evidence. We're gonna continue to stack the EXP points on them. So while they live in mortal with their mortal habits and their mortal techniques, we live in immortal with immortal habits and immortal techniques. Somebody says, so Christianity is a legal fiction, and the fiction is still a fiction. We not walking with the fiction, we walking with the truth. So now the religions are legal entities, what they call fictitious entities, corporations and things. You know what I'm saying? Nah, we not rocking with the fictions. We rocking with the truth. Somebody said, bro, looks like he got sheep hair on his head. Yeah, it's called the lamb. I'm the Lamb of God, the sacrificial lamb. I'm the one that was brave enough to stand in front of the world and tell them who I am. Exodus 3:14. See, that's the difference between me and you. I'm brave enough to stand up and tell them the truth. You still a liability. See, you a lie. You a liability. That's why you need representation in court, because you don't know how to represent the truth. So they got to get you a public defenders. You feel me? But guess what? The lawyers work for the court. Facts. Fuck you talking about? That's over with. Somebody says, so no Christian, but you are the Lamb of God, right? Listen, if you struggling to understand that concept, you're not gonna understand the rest of what we deal with in this class. This class is the counsel of God. All right, you didn't stumble across the Jacob's ladder. You just stumbled across the stairway to heaven. And apparently we taking you up the elevator a little too fast for your cognitive development. Listen, you are on the top of Mount Olympus right now, currently engaged in Ragnarok. All right, you're going to have to let your higher mind win. You're going to have to let your intuition win up in here. If you keep trying to validate things through your carnal memory, through your carnal standards, through your carnal perception, your 5 physical senses, you can't make sense of the non-physical dimension. All right, your 5 physical senses can't make sense of the non-physical dimension, family. That's what you fail to realize. Somebody says, so you are religious. No, I am alive. What am I religious? I am alive, living my life, because that's what life do. We all alive. No matter what you discuss in this conversation, you got to keep living and dealing with what it means to be alive. There's nothing in any of these conversations that's going to change the fact that you're already here. So either learn how to use the law right and work some miracles in your life, or continue to live ignorant, even though ignorance of the law is no excuse. That's it. Somebody said it's a yes or no, bro. If all you know how to understand is yes or no, you're not qualified to engage in this conversation. This conversation is not for you. It's going over your head. Like I said, your head is limited to the human height. Your head is only as tall as your human is. We are bigger than our human body. We had to shrink ourselves down into the human body. That's why we return to our normal size and just use our human as a puppet. We're not finna continue to try to be the human, because we just too big to fit our cosmic identity into our human reality. That's over with. So the human is just gonna have to be the fictitious entity. It's the property. It's the slave. That's why our human labor is our property. It's not income. But y'all want to pay income taxes because you think that your human labor is creating profit or income when it's creating equivalent exchange. I don't understand. So the way y'all look at things is completely upside down from how I look at things. I'm looking at things from the top of the mountain. You looking at things from the base of the mountain, okay? You down there with the people worshiping the golden calf. Remember when Moses came back down the mountain and he had to go off on the population that was down there at the bottom of the mountain? Because y'all don't dare to climb to the top of the spine and use your higher mind. Y'all still in your lower head. All right, get your head out the gutter. Get your head out your ass so you can get out of that stinking thinking. All right, y'all gotta increase y'all awareness to the most high frequency, to the most high vibration, bro. Like, come on, fam. Y'all, you gotta overcome your lower mind. Gonna have to climb above the spine. He said, bro, I'm trying, but he don't even know what he's saying. Nah, you don't know how to solve the riddle for yourself. You supposed to have discernment. You over here trying to laugh at the fact that you think I'm the one that is the reason you don't understand. You lack understanding because you don't have comprehension, my boy. Okay? Reading comprehension is fundamental. You can't blame the book for your inability to read what it say. It say what it say. If you don't know what it say, it's because you lack understanding. I don't know what you thought you was laughing at, but you need to get your life together. Said, talk about vibrations. Vibrations are just measurements of frequencies, how frequently you tap into whatever dimension. That's it. Tap in. Somebody says, I think your religion is diving us, bro. Diving. First of all, I don't have a religion. You think in terms of religion. You are a poor user of the language. So, and ain't nothing dividing us because it's no way to be separated from God. God is everywhere, always, all the time. Somebody said, no disrespect. So if you are God and Christians believe God is a separate entity, if Christians believe that God is a separate entity, then Christians are stupid. Omnipresent, omnipotent, whatever they say, you can use whatever language you want to speak in. The truth is what the truth is regardless. As long as you stand on the truth, man, you can tap into the divine power of God because God is who you truly are. And when you admit who you truly are, you become the king. And as the king, you understand you have to rule righteously by the law. You can't be a law-breaking ruler. That doesn't equate in the perfection of God's law. God's law is perfect. It don't pick sides or choose favorites, none of that. It's execute. So the way you use the law has to be right because the law gonna execute regardless. Somebody says, I think he's seen too much YouTube. That's because you thinking too much about another man, you homoerotic family. You got too much LGBT in your mind, all right? Me, I'm not in need of your opinion or your critique, your criticism. Your life is short. You're dying. One day you here, the next day you gone. I can't depend on you. I can't rely on you. I don't look up to you. All right, you are irrelevant and unnecessary. And the fact that you waste your attention span practicing judging other men shows us that you don't use your attention span to your own benefit. It's not beneficial for you to be trying to make the habit of judging strangers, other men on the internet, family. Either you get your message, allow it to inspire you to change your life, or you sit here and practice toxic relationships and trauma bonding. Family, nobody interested in trauma bonding with you. What up, though, God? Heart introvert is love. Facts, Steezy. Y'all subscribe. Put some love on the live, man. All right? We got to do what we got to do to the most high. Somebody says, bro, you insecure a little. Listen, you still trying to critique me. Stop worrying about whether I'm insecure or whatever. You don't have no business judging me. Your judgments are moot. You not even a judge. I got jurisdiction. You don't even have an identity, family. That's what I keep trying to tell you. Don't worry about if I'm insecure or not because I'm just a character on screen. This character is fictitious. You talking to a fictitious entity as if I'm actually who I present myself to be on this channel. Like, you losing your mind, family, and you definitely not making no advancement and proving no logical, consistent points, bro. You just proving how ignorant you are in your own practice of free will. You should be practicing using your free will to increase the quality of your life. Right now, the way you using your free will got you looking like a dumbass. That's a bad look for the way to use the gifts that God gave you. You should be making God proud of how you use the powers he put in your hand. God made you the most powerful person in your reality, and this is the momentum you use to practice creating your lived experience, your own version of heaven on earth. Bro, you could be doing better, accessing a lot more wealth in your life, accessing a lot more health in your life, accessing a lot more community in your life too. But how you gonna build a successful community around you when your habits are tearing down everybody that believe in themselves because you don't believe in yourself? Because you too afraid to exercise your creative powers brave. You don't got that brave heart to present your gifts to the world because you afraid that you might get rejected. And that's gonna break your little human heart. Know what I'm saying? Y'all some cowards. And then y'all want to critique others. You only want to criticize me and compare me because you are afraid to be the best version of yourself because you're afraid that you might let yourself down. You a hoe. You ain't gonna go for the gusto. You ain't gonna give it your best shot regardless. You ain't gonna die about it. You ain't gonna put your back against the wall. You ain't gonna burn the boats, nigga. You ain't gonna dive in it, bro. You ain't gonna, bro, I can't rock with you, bro. That's what I'm saying. I only can rock with the ones that actually jumped on three, nigga. We said we gonna jump on three, nigga. You the nigga that didn't jump, bro. That's goofy. You one of the ones. You the real definition of what niggas mean when they say they a snitch. You a snitch. You one of them flip floppy niggas. You one of the ones that act like you was with the program and then you flip the script on everybody, bro. You a hoe. That's what I'm saying, bro. You really need to go for it. Somebody says, "Yo, calm down, little bro." First of all, I'm not your little bro. You a bitch. I'll never be nothing little to you, nigga, cause I'm the one that's gonna dive off of your shit. You trash. You the fat ass nigga that can't even get up off the couch to go to war, nigga. These niggas, they sound the siren to go to war. Your ass gonna pass out trying to get off the couch. Can't even make it out the front door trying to tell me to calm down. Hell no, what I look like being fat and obese like you? They talking about it's an obesity issue in America. You the obesity issues, nigga. You the proof that America got an obesity problem is your motherfucking ass, nigga. Y'all. Y'all better get y'all fat ass up, nigga. Talking about calm down, bitch. Don't calm down, nigga. Turn up. You need to be sweating. You need to be detoxing. You need to be running up your heart rate so that you can get some of them goddamn clogged arteries unclogged. All right? You need to cleanse your blood. You got that bad blood. That's why your heart gonna bust. You finna get that. Man, facts, man. If y'all understand the message and the mission and the message, man, y'all put some love on the live. Y'all subscribe, man. We got almost 200 people in the chat. You feel me? Put some love on that live. And yeah, man, we outside representing God. You feel me? Like, somebody says, you got that clogged haircut. What's happening, bro? God is happening in my life because I guarantee you I'm way more healthy than you. I'm way more agile, way more powerful. I'm way more quick-witted than you. I'm married. I got somebody that sacrificed their life to share it with me. You feel me? I got somebody that sacrificed their body to create a family with me. You understand me? So, I don't know. I broke the matrix. I'm winning in the game of life. So, whatever you asking about what's going on with me is the utmost supreme excellency of God's plan. You feel me? Shout out to God for working through me. Shout out to God for working his plan in my life, man. All I'm gonna do is keep practicing being God every day in a row. I'm gonna practice giving God the glory every day in a row because giving God the glory is a skill. It's something you gotta learn how to do. It's not just something you can say. You know what I'm saying? You know the things that you do, you gotta get better at doing. Giving God the glory is something that you gotta do in your actions. You know what I'm saying? You actually active and giving God the glory mentally, spiritually, you know what I'm saying, physically, letting your work become your worship. I worship God through my work. That's why I put that work in. You feel me? So, you know what I'm saying? Faith plus works gonna reap you the new harvest that you've been dreaming of if you hold your dreams steady in your visions, if you dare and brave enough to hold the image of the dreams that God sent you, the visions that God allowed you to be brave enough to imagine. Hold on and put that work in. You gonna get that harvest. That seed gonna turn into a tree that's gonna bear you some fruit. You just gotta stay strong, stay steadfast. Somebody say, how old are you? I'm older than time is as a measurement. Time does not exist. Time is a figment of man's mind, Frank. The five physical sense perception of reality. time is not actual, so you can't even, like, you trying to measure how old I am, but I'm the soul. I'm not this human body. See, my biological age and my chronological age, just in the physical realm, are two different things. You feel me? So it's like, bro, I'm an old soul. My soul is the oldest soul. Somebody says, but you're non-religious, brother. Listen, I'm not concerned about you trying to tell me what I am. I am what I am, regardless of whether you say it or not. You feel me? I am who I am, regardless of how you identify me. I am what I am, regardless of what you call it. So I'm going to continue to walk in the power of God, the free will that shapes my reality through the decisions that I make, learning to control my consequences every day, understanding that I'm creating a timeline. I'm creating a future. All my decisions become consequences in the future. So my future self is looking at my present self, giving me the game on which timeline to choose as I jump timelines to the timeline that has the reality that I appreciate experiencing. So, I have the power to create my experience of reality outside of time and space, and that's the power that we practice every day, understanding that we want to control our life. We want to live a life that we appreciate. We want to achieve our goals. You know what I'm saying? Those are creating a time of your life. Goals are timelines. You feel me? Like, goals are quantum realities. So if you want to live in a reality that expresses your wealth and your health, but all you got to do is tap your awareness and your conscious mind into that frequency, and it'll express itself in your lived reality. So that's what we practice every day. Row your boat. You feel me? That's what we're going to do. Facts. We are God in the flesh. All right? God inside of the law. God in the matrix. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, we definitely going to respect God. We're going to respect who we are, respect our true identity, and we're going to respect the power that we have, that we use all day, every day, so that we can become responsible users of the power that we use all day, every day. We're using the power anyway, so why not treat Earth as training grounds to train your free will to create your own version of heaven? You only on Earth to practice being in heaven. Facts. That's the only reason why Earth even exists, so you can practice creating your own version of heaven. Earth ain't even real. Earth is like a light show made out of quantum subatomic particles. Facts. Earth is not even the physical plane. The physical world is not physical. It's an illusion. So you definitely gotta somebody says, so then you are a pantheist. Listen, you trying to learn language, what you trying to do, get a PhD or some goofy shit? Bro, nobody cares about your ability to interact with the truth. If you only know how to interact with what the truth is through somebody else's language or wordplay or jargon, fam, you're going to be a slave to that jargon. We exist outside of your little niche, outside of your little particular word orders. Nigga, we don't care about what you're limited to saying with your vocabulary, all right? We exist outside of your diction. That's facts. Shout out to Neville Goddard for sure. Facts. And everybody there is a part of the Neville Goddard level of understanding. That's just the way they go. Facts, Peaceful T. Y'all subscribe, man. Those who have ears they can hear, eyes they can see, man. I appreciate y'all subscribing. Join the community. You feel me? The community, the KO community. Somebody says you here on earth to survive God and to find out what He has in store. No, we're not here to survive. We're here to realize that we are God. What God has in store for you is the fact that you are God. That's over with. Somebody said this guy can talk for days. All that. Yeah, I'm the word of God. That's what we do. Somebody says, get your own church. Talk to the people who accept and reject the non-listening. That's facts. But I also got to, sharpen my sword on a few, on a few zombies out there in that world. You feel me? Like, so it's cool. I got to put on public displays, public exorcisms. You feel me? Public baptisms for the people. You know what I'm saying? To glorify the Father amongst my others, my sisters and my brothers. You feel me? It's love. So, you know what I'm saying? Everybody that understand that walk, everybody that understand that journey, that know that we came back to be warriors. You feel me? Like, we came back to be warriors. Matthew 10:34. We ain't come back to be yes men. That's for sure. So, shout out to World War III. Shout out to the spiritual warfare. Shout out to the warrior in you. Shout out to you for coming to participate in this war and to dominate in the name of God. You feel me? To subjugate in the name of God. To execute the rapture on these lost souls, so that they can get their soul back to the heaven frequency. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. Definitely that Matthew 10:34. Now, I appreciate you, Universal Justice. That's the way we going to rock out too, man. So y'all subscribe. Put some love on the live. You feel me? We going all the way up to the Most High. That's facts. Somebody said, this dude is having delusions of grandeur. He is speaking nonsense and don't even know it. It wouldn't matter, family. Everybody that's speaking is speaking the same quality that I'm speaking, family. It don't matter who talking. Everybody saying the same nothing. All right? Nobody is about to be saying anything that matters. Ain't nothing new under the sun. That's about the end of that. That's dead. All right? So no matter what anybody is saying, ain't nobody saying nothing. Somebody said he was passing some gruesome judgment on some traitors. Man, traitors created the judgment for themselves. You kicked yourself out of heaven. Somebody says you are taking that psalm out of context. No, we're not taking the psalm out of context. We know exactly what it's saying. It's saying that we are gods, and we're going to practice being God every day in a row. That's the only thing that's intelligent. God is the truth. We're going to identify as the truth, because if you identify as the lie, you're a liar. That's not the truth. So God is the truth. We're going to identify as God because we are God, truthfully, because we're not the truth, because that's dumb. So as God, we're going to practice being God every day in a row. So this is GhODTherapy. So shout out to the GhODTherapy. Shout out to the KO Gods. You know what I'm saying? I am KO God, the living son of God. I am the Jesus Christ, the second coming of Christ. I am God in the flesh, the Christos. You feel me? Shout out to Big GhOD, the breath, the Holy Ghost, the Holy Spirit, the whole thing. You feel me? It's love. Y'all know what it is. We up. All right, the book link is in the description. The book is available on Amazon, and they'll send it to your house. Okay? All right, I am KO God, is I am co-God. Co means with. I am co-God. God is creator. I am co-creator. Co-creating in cooperation with God's law. All right, this is the GhODCast. This is a cast to the God inside of every listener, every seer. If you have eyes that can see and ears that can hear, this is for the God in you. This is the GhODCast. This is that GhODTherapy. This is not therapy for your mind, for the mind of man, for your carnal mind. This therapy is for your God mind, your Christ mind, your Philippians chapter 2, verse 5. All right? This therapy is for your Philippians chapter 2, verse 5. This therapy is not for your carnal mind. All right? Unless you gonna rehabilitate your carnal mind into your spirit mind. Somebody said, where can we see you box? On my channel. All my videos of me boxing on my channel, or on my YouTube channel. This channel right here. So subscribe to this channel and check out the videos. Somebody says you are brainwashed. What I am doesn't mean anything for you. So you trying to criticize or critique me means nothing to me. All right, what you eat don't make me shit. So I don't even understand why you're trying to judge what's on my plate. But everything that I am is what God needed me to be, and I'm going to be that faithfully. So if I am whatever you say I am, shout out to God. I'm going to be whatever God need me to be. That's over with. That's love, priestess, goddess. I appreciate you. Heart introvert, that's love, man. Y'all run us up, and we just gonna rock out in the full faith with God. So whatever the critics say I am, God needed me to be that, and I'm gonna be whatever God need me to be. All right, whatever the haters say I am, God needed me to be that, so I'm gonna be whatever the haters say I am. Cause guess what? Whatever it is, I'm rocking with God. My life is heavenly. I'm loving heaven. I'm loving God. I'm grateful. I ain't having no doubt in God. Full faith in God. That's what gives me heaven on earth. The fact that I get to live stress-free, and stress is the #1 killer of the human body. So while y'all over here celebrating the things that stress you out, man, God keeping me young. God keeping my life healthy. God keeping me wealthy. God keeping me in a community of people that appreciate my gifts, the gifts that God gave me, and that's love. When people appreciate you doing what you love doing, that's when you really get to tapping into the frequency of heaven on earth. You understand? Because look at your life, bro. People love you for being the way that God made you. That's amazing. You feel me? Like, I appreciate everybody in this community, because y'all are a reason that I get to experience expressing the gifts that God gave me, experiencing the love. All right, because the people who I was born to wanted me to be who they wanted me to be. People want you to fulfill their fantasies. But shout out to God for giving you the type of people who appreciate the gifts that he gave you, so that you don't have to be a slave trying to work so that you can, you know what I'm saying, feed your survival. You can do the type of work that feed your soul, feed your spirit, that feeds your gifts, your passions. You know what I'm saying? That's why I always say, do what you love with those that love it too. Do what you love until that's what they pay you to do, so that you can be happy to work the next day, so that you can be happy to get up and go contribute. You feel me? So, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to you. Shout out to your gifts. Shout out to the free will that allows you to exercise those gifts. Man, go against the world, bro. Walk with God and go against the world. Go against all of the lost souls. Go against all of the trolls. Look at the haters that come into my comment section, but they don't know, man, from nothing to over 30,000 subscribers on YouTube, man, for no other reason than sharing our vulnerability, being authentic and genuine. Man, we created a community of like minds that uplift each other so that we can raise the spirit of God, and so we can be raised, so we can ascend, so that we can be resurrected in our gifts and our passions, so that we can tap back into our healthy bodies, into our healthy minds, into our emotional intelligence, into our financial literacy. You know what I'm saying? Like, we learning to master the game from the mountaintop and not from the base of the mountain, not from the bottom where you only trying to engage in food, fucking, and fighting, finessing. You feel me? Like, you at the bottom with a snake still slithering at. See, we on top of the spine where you got to stand up, you got to erect, you got to resurrect. This the resurrection. This where you learn how to stand up straight up. You know what I'm saying? And hold your head high, because heavy is the head that with a crown, but you can't let it down. You feel me? Like, you gotta walk up. You gotta walk like you divine, like you royal. You know what I'm saying? You gotta walk like you have an erect spine. So don't be at the base of the spine. You gotta stand up, climb Jacob's ladder, climb that beanstalk. You know what I'm saying? Jack Beanstalk, get back up to heaven and look at your life from the most high view, from the point of view that God has. Like, look at your life as if God was looking at your life. Look at you as if God is looking at you. You know what I'm saying? See yourself the way God sees you. Love yourself the way God loves you. Forgive yourself the way God forgives you. Like, live your life the way God lives life. You understand me? Like, respect God's law. Use your free will to learn how to use God's law right and change your life. Turn your life around. Give yourself a new life. Give yourself a new dream. You understand me? Like, give yourself a new resurrection. You ain't done it, ain't over. Revamp your life. Evolve, adapt, update your operating software in the iPhone that your human body is for God. Your human body is God's iPhone. That iCloud is the Christ mind. You need to download that software update as we continue to move forward through our creation of time and space as the co-creators creating this space. Man, I appreciate y'all for coming in here, bringing the meeting of the minds, the crown, the mind above the spine. I appreciate y'all for meeting us with y'all minds and creating this space that exists outside of human comprehension. This space exists outside of time and space, and I appreciate everybody that's able to tap into this frequency, into these dimensions, and deal with this level of cognitive development. All right, these concepts exist outside of human comprehension because the five physical senses cannot sense the non-physical dimension. You came here with your non-physical senses, as you did not come here with your physical body. I cannot see your physical body. I cannot interact with your physical body, but I can interact with your mind. I can interact with your thoughts. And so this is the astral realm where we astral project and meet each other, not physically, because we're not physically in each other's presence, but we are mentally and spiritually connected. And in this connection, we are creating a weapon, and we're using that weapon to see through the deception. And that's why we got conception. You feel me? We are the ones that create the reality that we experience. So we come here into the meeting of the minds at the top of the spine. We get everything in order, and then we send those instructions, and we create law and order. All right, and the law fulfills our order. So we are the ones that put the law in order with our free will and the meeting of our minds. This is the Psalms 82. All right, this is the God, the council of the gods. This is the high council. So welcome to the high council, the council of the meeting of the minds on top of the spine. That's why it's the high council, because the rest of them, they having a low council. They trying to see who they can fuck on. They trying to see who they can pay. They trying to see who they can come up on. They trying to see who they can, you feel me? Like, so they having a meeting of the lower mind. We having a meeting of the higher mind. This the high council. All right, so this for the gods. This not for those that still lost in their carnal senses of temptation and pleasure. You know what I'm saying? The 7 deadly sins. That's what they in. All right. So shout out to the KO gods, shout out to the co-gods, the co-creators. Man, I love y'all. This is the GhODCast. Y'all join the community. You know what I'm saying? It's God and gloves. It's G-Love, G-L-O-V-E. The glove is God's love. You feel me? G-Love. I am K-O-G, K-O God, the best street boxer alive. You know what I'm saying? The son of God, the child of God. You know what I'm saying? The remembrance of God. And we just uplifting our others, our sisters, our brothers, man. Y'all know what it is. It's gloves up, guns down. You feel me? I'm the best puncher around. Excuse how I punch so hard, you feel me? Like, that's what I'm trying to tell them. Like, I'm really him. I punch hard in the spirit and in the streets. That's why I'm KOG, knockouts guaranteed, because I punch hard in the spirit and in the streets. Baptisms guaranteed. I baptize them. You feel me? Like, you will believe in God. You understand that? Like, big glory be to God. Shout out to all the sons of God. Those of us brave enough to stand in the true identity of the I that I am the I, the only I that exists, the I that we all mean when we say I'm that I, the I that is me. I'm the me, you the me. It's the same me that you mean when you say I. So that I is the I of God. That's the I that I am. Exodus 3:14. Yahweh, you feel me? Jehovah, Adonai, Elohim, Elion. Y'all know what it is, man. All right, it's big GhOD. I am that I. There's only one I could be. You feel me? So shout out to the I inside of everybody, man. The I of God. Use the I of God and live your best life. All right. Use the I of God and use your best life. If you believe in man-made drugs more than you believe in God, the creator that is breathing for you even when you sleep, bro, you disrespectful to God. That's all it. Somebody says, I am done hearing this shit. If you done, then why did you even contribute to the conversation? Just be on what you own. You feel me? Like, you the type that beg for attention. Nobody needed to know you even was here in the first place, bro. Live your life. Nobody cares, bro. Somebody said, God damn it, is that wool or hair? It's definitely woolly hair and bronze skin. It's definitely lamb. All right, sacrificial lamb for shit show. Somebody says you got to read the Bible and understand every word to hear what he is saying. I mean, all you got to do is know that you are God. The only thing that exists, nothing exists outside of God. Facts, all right? So God is the truth, the true identity. If you don't identify as God, the truth, then you're identifying as a fiction, a legal fiction, a fictitious entity, but fiction is fiction. A lie is a lie. You're a liability because you don't tell the truth, because the truth is God, all right? So, man, I love y'all. Y'all go be God. This the GhODCast. Y'all subscribe. And I'll meet y'all on the next live, man. We always uplifting, always motivating, always having that power, always having that energy that might bust your blood vessels on its way to squeeze those piezoelectric crystals in your pineal gland, your diamond mind, so that your diamond shine with crystal clear mental clarity. And your psychic powers in your crystal ball. Psychic powers are mental powers. The psyche is the soul. Psychology, the study of the soul, is the study of the mind. Psychology is the study of the psychic powers inside of each human body. The power necessary to cause consequences. Cosmic powers that cause consequences. We practice reaping what we sow every day in a row. Row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, merrily, merrily. Life is but a dream. Y'all know that. Realize that and live your dream life. Learn how to use your free will right as the ruler. You are the God. You are the king. You are the ruler. But you have to rule righteously. Otherwise, you gonna beat your own ass by the law. So ignorance of the law is no excuse. The law is gonna work how the law works. Either use it right or figure out that you want to be using it right. All right, y'all. So I appreciate y'all. Y'all subscribe. If y'all can get y'all messages, man, we keep these messages going every day in a row. Y'all subscribe to a community of like minds that don't mind letting the light shine for a lifetime, like Luke 12:49. All right, only God is real. Disclaimer, only God is real. Everything else is for entertainment purposes only, so do not get confused, but you do have free will, so do what you do. That's on you, but watch my shoes, because I am a big stepper and I will step on you. So, you know what I'm saying? Fair warning, entertainment and therapeutic purposes only. This is GhODTherapy, not for humans, for the soul, for the psyche, for the consciousness, for the spirit, all right? Y'all, we almost up to 100 likes, man. I appreciate y'all. Double tap that screen for me one time. You know what I'm saying? Let's get up to 100 likes as we leave. And I'll be back, man. Give y'all some more of that uplifting encouragement, that divine remembrance, man. This is this divine memory, man. Remember who you are before you forgot. Remember who you were in the beginning, the absolute beginning. Remember who you are, who you always will be. You feel me? Like, that's your power. That's your true identity, man. All right? You never stop being who you was always and forever, man. Facts. Shout out to all the KLs, all the KO gods, the co-creators. Co-create your own version of heaven on earth. Thy kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Facts. It's love, man. It's the GhODCast, GhODTherapy. Every day, rehabilitate, evolve, adapt, update. Y'all know what it is. It's love. Y'all go be God. God is good, and good is good enough. All right, y'all go be good because God is good. So, go be God. You feel me? Co-create, y'all. Go co-create as co-creators. There are no excuses. Ignorance is no excuse. You are a co-creator. Now go create, son. You feel me? Niggas love. See y'all on the next episode. Subscribe, y'all. Subscribe. Looking at us.